Okay, so in this part here, okay, we're going to try a closest approach question slightly differently. In the last method we used the long way, and basically the long way we got the distance between A and B from the start of the question. What we're going to do here is we're going to bring B back to the junction, because B is the one that last passed out the junction. So B is currently 200 meters away, and it's going away at 20 meters per second from the junction as seen. But what we can do this time around is we can divide 200 meters by 20, and what we can get is 10 seconds into the past we can put B at the junction. So this time B is at the junction. Okay, so this is 26.33. B is at the junction. Okay, and A is on its way down to it. So this is B, and this is A, and this here is 60 degrees. Now, what we know about A relative to B, which would be this one here, what we know about A relative to B is that A relative to B travels down this direction at about 26.33 degrees. Okay, and then we're looking at the closest when it's at 90 degrees to each other, the point X. Okay, so this time around what we're going to have is we have to look at the XY axis here, and we know that this here is 26.33, and we know that this here is 60 degrees, and it makes an alternate angle with this angle here. We now know that this is 60 minus 26.33, 60 minus 26.33, and we get is 33.367. So this part here is going to be 33.67, and we know about this 33.67 is we have to find out the distance from A to X. So A to X, so it's going to be cos 33.67 equals, we'll call it the distance D, and it's going to be D divided by, now what distance is this now? Remember that it's 10 seconds in the past where B is here, and A is now 450 minus 16 times 10, because it's 16 meters per second closer to the junction. Oh sorry, further away from the junction, because it's A is reversing back in time. A is actually going towards the junction, so if you reverse time, A is further away. So it's going to be 450 plus 16 multiplied by 10, which is going to be 610 meters. Then we can find out the distance D. So D equals cos 33.67 all over 610. D therefore is 610 cos 33.67. And then what we get here is going to be 507.669. Now remember, the time taken to cover this distance, so the time taken is going to equal distance over speed, which is going to equal 507.669 divided by 4 root 61. Okay, and what we get here is 16.25, and please remember that this 16.25 seconds is taken 10 seconds into the past, so from the current time it's 6.25 seconds.